Hello everyone. So Apple event was last week and I haven't talked too much about the event, but now I can. So they introduced new iPhones and I can talk about iPhones later, but let me talk about Apple Watch today. So I mean, whenever you go to India, you have seen that whenever your parents, and if you have old parents at home, whenever they don't feel good, what is the first thing they do? They check the blood pressure. Every house has multiple blood pressure machines, and you must have noticed as soon as somebody says, I don't feel good, one of the spouses, either husband or wife, will take out the blood pressure machine, measure the blood pressure. If it is high, then they take the pill, and voila, everything is fine. Now, the problem with this system is that what if they are at the mall? What if they are at the movie theater? Now, they don't carry blood pressure machine over there, and there is no history. Like they just measure the blood pressure and then they just forget about it if it is normal. So what Apple did is they introduced Apple Watch, and one of the features in the Apple Watch is that if you wear Apple Watch, then it continuously monitors your blood pressure. So whenever the blood pressure spikes, the Apple Watch will send a notification. So how cool is that, right? Now, when the parents are at the mall or at the movie theater, like a lot of parents don't go to watch movies because in Indian movie theaters, the volume is very high and the fight scenes go on forever and ever. And people with blood pressure problems feel very uneasy. But now imagine if they have an Apple Watch and if their blood pressure increases, the watch will give a notification and they can just walk out of the movie theater. I mean, how cool is that, right? And like I said, if you measure blood pressure manually, there is no history. But if you have an Apple Watch, well, it records it at this date and this time. This was your blood pressure. And now you have a history of how many times you had high blood pressure in last 1 month or last 6 months. And the parents can show it to the doctor and doctor can see and better treat them based on the historical data of the blood pressure. So, yeah, and this is a very good feature, and just because of this feature, among many others, a lot of people are going to buy Apple Watch. And one of my favorite part is that next time, whenever you have an argument with your father, and there are difference of opinion in any healthy family, and when you're arguing with your father, and when you see a high blood pressure notification on his watch, well, you stop the argument. So how cool is that, right? You can just not argue when somebody is having a phase of hypertension or high blood pressure. So, yeah, this is a cool feature of Apple Watch among many others. And one thing is that this feature is still under FDA approval, Food and Drug Administration, and I believe I have to check it. I think Apple just got it approved, but I'm not 100% sure. If they don't have it approved, in a very short amount of time they will get it approved, and it is launching in America here, and sooner or later it is going to come to India. And when it does, if you live in America and when you are flying back home, this will be a wonderful gift to your parents. The only thing is your parents will have to be an iPhone user at first, which is a whole another discussion on how Apple locks you into the ecosystem. You cannot use Apple Watch if you don't have an iPhone. That is not cool, but that is how Apple makes money.